You're listening to a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.
And welcome live from Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, where we are just ahead of the biggest game of the season for both of these squads. It's the Ball State Cardinals at 25-7 on the season, taking on the Kent State Golden Flashes, 21-11, 12-6 in Mid-American Conference play. This one is a big one. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside. Everything is on the line here. Both of these teams aren't thinking about any other tournament than the NCAA tournament, and they're both 2 games away.
The tournament started Wednesday, yes, and every coach is going to say, oh, we're not worrying about the game ahead of us. We're taking it one game at a time. Everyone's minds were on this Friday morning matchup. There's no bigger game on the schedule for either one of these teams apart from the winner playing tomorrow. And for Ball State, it's a chance to grab revenge. It's a chance for makeup for what they couldn't do last year, and it's against a very similar Kent State team, a very similar Ball State team. There's a lot of just bragging rights. There's a lot of everything on the line today. Going to be a really exciting one, Braden.
And, you know, you look at the last game for Ball State. They played Western Michigan in the quarterfinal, won that one 82-53. The Broncos only had a lead for less than a minute 30 in that entire game, and the Cardinals just controlled completely down the stretch. We saw Marie Kiefer have a very quiet double-double, Madeline Bischoff 14 points, and Alex Richards 17 points dominating the mid-range. We just saw maybe the best version of the Ball State Cardinals coming out when it mattered the most.
And we can certainly hope it translates into today. Western Michigan got hot early with a few triples, but it was a Ball State team that really just showed their class from the opening tip until the buzzer sounded in the fourth quarter. They were hitting their mid-range shots. They were finding looks but not forcing looks outside. That's something to watch today. And they were hustling on the rebounding glass. I liked what I saw in terms of overall effort from the Cards. I hope they can keep it up for 40 minutes this morning.
And really, this is the accumulation of the entire season here in Cleveland, Ohio for Ball State. We got to hear from Coach Brady Saleh about the game against Western Michigan, also just about the season as a whole, this being his last year with the core 4 on his Cardinal squad. Let's take a listen into some of the thoughts that he had looking at this season as a whole during that press conference.
I appreciate the question because me and fun, if you watch me coach, would not be words that you would put together, right? But I have made it a point to step back and get lost in this process and this journey with these kids, because as long as I've been doing this, I just know that these groups don't come along every day, right? It's not like it just happens, right? Amen. Right. And I mean, I've had some really good ones and I've had some special ones. And I mean, I heard from so many of my former players when everybody gave me the old man pity votes for Coach of the Year. You know, and so like it's not even that, but it's just who these kids have been in their entire careers, what they've done at this university, how important they've made women's basketball at Ball State University, right? That's not easy to do all the time. And so, you know, I've just made it a point, you know, I've honestly, the most fun times I've had and the proudest moments I've had this year are when I've stepped back and I've seen a smile on Allie Becky's face that's real. And I've seen a smile on Marie Kiefer or Alex Richard, any of them, where they're genuinely enjoying it with each other. And I'm like, man, because I know that trophy that, you know, we won the other day, or hopefully the one we win here, it's going to sit in somebody's office and collect dust at some point. But those memories, man, like that's what this is about. And really, ultimately, that's what we're chasing.
You know, always interesting to hear the philosophy of Coach Saleh. A trophy just collects dust at some day, but the memories last forever. And he is hoping for his squad that the memories of Cleveland, Ohio are positive ones and that they come out of here with that conference championship.
Well, and of course there's the accolades for Coach, but he's always been a team-first kind of guy. And of course, well, this might not be his last time out here. It is for a lot of his players that he recruited since day one, that have been here since freshman year. I mean, you talk about the way the transfer portal and everything is structured. It's a big thing for the fans to see players stick around. Imagine what that means to Coach Brady Sallee to have some of his players, I mean, players like Allie Becky, who have been a starter since they were a freshman, to not make that Power 5 jump, to play under him for their entire collegiate careers, to have even, to be able to consider the group the core four. How often does that happen in college basketball? Not much anymore. It's such a special thing. This group deserves to get to the end, and if not for themselves, or rather not for himself, Coach Brady Sallee just wants that for his team because he's seen the hard work that they've put in over the course of their time here in Muncie.
That's such an excellent point. In the modern landscape of the transfer portal, these seniors have stuck around, and they're looking to give Coach Sallee and give themselves memories that will last forever. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we'll talk about Kent State and what they're coming off of heading into this major showdown. It's Ball State, Kent State. We're about 12 minutes from tip-off. You're listening to the SportsLink Digital Radio Victory Honda of Muncie pre-game preview. We'll be right back after this.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, Papergo toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
From trivia night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena here at Cleveland, Ohio. Just about 10.5 minutes from tip-off of Ball State, Kent State, the first of the MAC quarterfinals today. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin, semifinals rather. You gave me a funny look there, Griff. I was wondering why, now I know. Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside. And we talked about Ball State on the other side of the break. Let's look into Kent State now. They're coming into this right now 21-11 on the season. They won against Miami in their quarterfinal matchup 68-61. That was one of the closer games that we saw on Wednesday. Miami led 22-20 at one point in the second quarter, and then all of a sudden a 16-0 run pitted Kent State to the victory.
And Braden, I mean, when you look at a Kent State team that is the defending champion of this tournament, it's a team that's, I mean, to be frank, they're underseeded. They're the 4th seed in this tournament. They very easily could have been a top 2. It's just the way that things worked out at the end of the year. They had a tougher stretch there in the middle, and although they ended the season on a hotter streak, they couldn't quite pass the Buffaloes and the Toledos of the conference. But for the Kent State Golden Flashes, it's a team with a lot of firepower. They bring back almost their entire roster outside of Katie Shoemate. Of course, I say just Katie Shoemate, but Shoemate, one of the best players to wear the Golden Flashes jersey in a long time. But Jenna Batch, Bridget Dunn, Maya Babbitt, Deanna Gray, Janae Tyler, what a 5 that is. All of them making significant contributions last season, and they look to bring that and more into this semifinal matchup as we roll on in this tournament.
And, you mentioned that this team is underseeded. They were 12-6, but they have really played their hearts out this season against some tough opponents. We got to hear from the head coach of the Golden Flashes, Todd Starkey, about that Miami victory during the press conference. We'll play his right now, and let's listen in.
It's going to be a battle. It was kind of a rock fight there, especially in the second half. I thought our players did a great job of handling their pressure. I mean, a lot of credit to Miami. I think Coach Box has done an incredible job with that program. I think they improved by 10 wins this season. It's not easy to do in this league. So a lot of credit to them. And and the way that they've built that program in his second year. So, but once again, really proud of our team. 5 players in double figures, all 5 starters scored in double figures. Obviously, they had a great game plan for Jenna, trying to take her out of the mix a little bit, and she's feeling it a little bit right now. But other players really stepped up. Bridget with another double-double, and I'm going to say this again, put it on record. I think Bridget got really got snubbed by the conference for her not being on the all-defensive team. She's 5th in the nation in defensive rebounding, which is how you end every defensive possession. 5th in the nation in defensive rebounding, 2nd in the conference in block shots, not on the all-defensive team, and she played like that today. All right, so thanks to the league for motivating her a little bit. And but Deanna Gray was under pressure all day long. It was like playing tag at recess, getting chased by everybody. And she comes up with a double-double as well with 10 rebounds and 6 assists. So thought she did a great job of managing things against so much pressure. Maya Babbitt with some huge threes, and then Janae Tyler's been out, for about a week and a half with an injury, and comes back. It's not easy to do, and comes in and has a big game for us as well. So really proud of our team and our coaching staff, game plan wise, and we're excited about advancing here in Cleveland.
Well, we know Coach Starkey's opinion on Bridget Dunn being snubbed of Defensive Player of the Year. She was fantastic this season, and this team as a whole was phenomenal against Miami. They faced so much adversity, but this is a team built on adversity. They've had so many injuries this season. They're one of those few squads that you really can never count them out because they've been through so much and they've accomplished so much despite that.
It's a good point. I really loved watching that 4-5 matchup on Wednesday, Braden. Kent State showed their ability to fight through and grit out tough victories. It's something that you need as a team coming into a tournament like this and really in the entirety of the month of March. But for Kent State, they really forced the issue in the second half against Miami. They isolated them outside of the perimeter, forcing tough outside shots. They didn't let them get in the paint. I mean, you look at Bridget Dunn, Coach Starkey talked about him, 16 rebounds for Bridget, who has once again just shown her ability to take over games down low. It's a Kent State team that is going to try to make you look for shots away from the hoop. Ball State, of course, not the greatest three-point shooting team at 10th in the conference. And for the Kent State Golden Flashes, if they can force Ball State to stay around the perimeter and off the glass, off the boards, they'll be in a good spot.
This is going to be a fun one. 5.5 minutes away. That'll take us to the close of the Ball State SportsLink Digital Victory Honda of Muncie pregame preview. On the other side, we'll give you starting lineups, impacts, and keys before we get going at Rocket Arena. Stay tuned.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Welcome live from Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Cavs, but today it's home of a major MAC showdown. It's the Ball State Cardinals and the Kent State Golden Flashes in game number 1 of the Mid-American Conference Tournament semifinals. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside. We said we'd get into them. Here we go. Starting lineups for both of these teams. For the Ball State Cardinals, who are just now entering the floor, it's the usual lineup as of late. At guard, number 0, Allie Becky in her 33rd start of the season, alongside Lachelle Austin at forward, also making her 33rd start of the year, has started every single game this season. Number 14, Marie Kiefer, the senior forward. She started every game as well. Number 20, Alex Richard, another senior forward. And rounding out the starting 5 for Ball State is number 24, Madeline Bischoff, the senior guard in her 22nd start of the season. Taking a look at Kent State now, their starting 5 starts with number 12, Jenna Batch, the senior guard. She has started every single game. This is her 33rd of the campaign. Number 15, Bridget Dunn, a senior forward. She as well, everyday starter for this team. Number 21, Deanna Gray, a junior guard, her 28th start of the year. Number 23, Maya Babbitt, the sophomore guard in her 30th start of the season. And finally, number 34, Janae Tyler, the sophomore forward, her 20th start of the season. Griffin, who stands out in this starting lineup for both of these teams?
Well, I've got to say, Braden, the easy answer is all 10 of them, but I'll try to isolate one from each side. Starting with Kent State, Bridget Dunn, we talked about her in the open. She has been so powerful down low for this Kent State Golden Flashes team. The senior out of Carmel only averages 8 points a game, but averages 10 rebounds, had 16 on Wednesday. She's been consistently been able to just dominate down low, and for the Kent State Golden Flashes, who look to win the paint battle, she is the X factor. For Ball State on the other side, I go with Alex Richard, but we talked about her on Wednesday, so I'll shift to the birthday girl, Allie Becky. The Brownsburg, Indiana senior is celebrating her birthday today, and she hopes to celebrate a big win on top of that. Had a pretty good game of 14 points on 6 or 9 shooting on Wednesday, but you know she wants to keep dishing out the basketball, had 8 assists. She will be dynamic in trying to move the ball, control the pace of the game for Ball State, and look no further, of course, than Muncie Star Senior.
Lots of stars on this court, and lots of stars that have seen each other this season. 2 games between these two in the regular season. Ball State won the first 66-57 on the 15th of January, and then February 22nd, a Saturday, a field trip day for the local students in middle schools around Muncie. Kent State came in to Worthen Arena and beat the Cardinals 60-54 in the Cardinals' second and final home defeat of the season. These two teams are well matched against each other. You look at the stats in that one, and points in the paint, specifically just how both teams played down low, seem to be the difference. In the first game, Ball State 38 points in the paint, Kent State 18. The second one, it was flipped, 18-30 in favor of the Golden Flashes. Obviously, that's a key to this game, is who wins in the paint. What else do you see out here?
Yeah, I'll start with something related to the paint, and for Kent State, it is just out-hustle your opponents. You see a Ball State team where if they are on, if they're working in transition, they are near impossible to stop. But for Kent State, if they can dominate in terms of intensity, in terms of hustle, they don't necessarily have to match the Cardinals' pace. But if they can wear them out with physicality, that's where Kent State will find its groove, especially down low trying to find some points in the paint. For Ball State on the other side, it's all about not settling. You need to find ways to penetrate and get to the glass, whether that's Alex Richard, whether that's Marie Kiefer, whether that's Allie Becky just finding her way, ball handling her way down into the lane. The Cardinals need points inside. Sure, the threes might fall every now and then. Of course, Madeline Bischoff, Ely Stuckhat hoping to have another set of good games like they had on Wednesday, but you cannot rely on the three-point shot to beat Kent State. That's what happened last year. It's what happened in their last meeting. In the fourth quarter, Ball State shot more threes than in any other quarter of that contest. If the Cardinals can find good high percentage looks inside and battle that physicality from the Golden Flashes, they will be in an excellent spot.
And for Ball State, you know, you look at how they played against Western Michigan. It's hard to find any flaws that they had, but one that jumped out just watching was how many open looks they gave the Broncos. This is a Kent State team. You can't let them get open looks. The second game between Kent State and Ball State, the Golden Flashes shot 6 of 17 from beyond the arc, and that was a huge difference between Kent State winning that one and losing on the road at Worthen Arena. If Kent State is allowed to take their shots, they will hit them. They're second in the MAC in three-point percentage. You can't leave them open.
You absolutely cannot. We talk about Ball State being a team that has a very balanced offense. Anybody can score at any given time. Well, it's the same thing on the other side for the Golden Flashes. You've got so many options, even coming off the bench, that can be beneficial, can be adding to this offensive groove. But as far as the starters on the floor, if Bridget Dunn isn't having a good game, well, then toss it outside and have Diana Gray hit a shot. Go down low for Janae Tyler. There's so many options. Ball State and Kent really match up just very interestingly as far as matchups on the floor. I'm really curious, Braden, who is going to stand out in the semifinal clash.
What especially brings up my curiosity is Elise Stuck. Kent State has not seen her. She did not play in the regular season in both of those games against the Golden Flashes. She has 30 points in her combined last 2 games. She's on a roll. She could end up being the X factor here.
Well, and she's only been back for, what, 6 games now? It's been Elise Stuck being that X factor for Ball State, as we talked about the other day. She has the ability to become that player, that role, the 6th man, so to speak, off the bench. For the Cardinals, Elise Stuck has been so good. She grabbed 6 boards on Wednesday. That was the most she grabbed since she came back from her injury. If she can make little impacts here and there, we don't need her to necessarily put up 25 points. But if Stuck can make contributions here and there, relieve some of the pressure on the starting 5, then the Cardinals are going to look better as a result. It's just team basketball, Braden.
Kent State has broken the huddle. Ball State still in theirs. Coach Salih barking the orders, the final words of encouragement to his squad. We talked to Sam Niger and Dominic Liacani, who are on the call for Learfield ahead of this one, and they have said both games he's been cool as a cucumber. This is the biggest game of the season.
Are you cool as a cucumber, Braden?
Not really, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Kent State wearing the old teal blues with the gold lining, the red numbers, blue numbers. I don't know where red came from. Ball State, they are wearing the white jerseys, white shorts with the red trim, the gray numbers, and the red lettering. Golden Flashes moving right to left, Cardinals moving left to right. The tip-off getting ready here with Jenna Batch taking it for the Flashes, Kiefer taking it for the Cards, and it is won by Marie Kiefer. Allie Becky on the head across the timeline. Pass to Marie Kiefer straight away, and she swings to Bischoff. Back into the hands of Becky, still around the perimeter. A double team, and back to single. Becky to Austin, left wing. Richard, left elbow. She passes Kiefer, 3-ball, right wing, it's money. Madeline Bischoff, excuse me. First points of the game for the Cardinals, 3-0, 9:32 in the first. At the right elbow, Tyler passing to Dunn, straight away, over to Batch, right wing. Tosses cross court into the hands of Babbitt, and now back to Dunn. Hands off Batch. Top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Tyler, the screen, the 3, good. Right back at ya, says Jenna Batch, a 39% three-point shooter. It's 3-all, 9 left in the first.
Braden, I'm really curious if Jenna Batch and Marie Kiefer, if that will continue to be the pairing. Batch is so quick on that first dribble to open up some space. I don't know how well Kiefer is going to be able to keep up with that for 40 minutes.
Bischoff, an errant 3, maybe not the best shot to take, no good, and Kent State's working offense now. Jenna Batch, mid-range, pass out to Gray. Working the right side, perimeter. The screen by Tyler, charity stripe, back out to Batch in the right arc. Cross-court pass, wide open, Dunn in the corner. Off the line, and rebounded by Lachelle Austin. Ball State working the offensive side. Down low, Austin stripped of the ball. Jenna Batch in there, as well as Deanna Gray. Batch takes it across the timeline to Gray, bounce pass down low, Tyler, Kiefer's guarding. Swings it and stolen by Marie Kiefer. Tried to find Deanna Gray. Allie Becky working the right arc. Pass to Kiefer and over to Bischoff, top of the key. Hands off Becky. 17 on the shot clock. Give to Richard. Now over to Austin on the right wing. To Kiefer. Cards have not worked down low yet on this possession. Now Becky has it. She'll take it to the charity stripe. Over to Austin, right wing, 3 ball. A little too strong in the rebound into the hands of Janae Tyler.
The Cardinals have yet to take a shot inside the arc. It's what we talked about. Kent State is going to give them some more space around the perimeter. Ball State has worked the ball inside a little bit, but just haven't gotten good positioning on the block.
Batch operating straight away. Pass to Gray in the right arc. Lachelle Austin guarding, hand out, ready. Give to Batch in the corner. The screen from Tyler, moving in, shot up in the mid-range, no good. Offensive board by Tyler, heads out of bounds, and they will say it is off of Allie Becky and the Cardinals. 7:15 here in the first quarter, 3 all, and we haven't seen much scoring in the last couple minutes.
Janae Tyler saved that possession for Kent State, though. Didn't have greatest positioning on the rebound, but got up, got physical in between 2 of the Cardinals.
Inbound to Tyler, takes a floater over Alex Richard, and that one isn't good. Allie Becky's there for the rebound, trapped at the baseline, but gets it out to Madeline Bischoff. Back to Becky, she'll take it across the timeline, over to Bischoff. Here's the 3, right wing, rattles out. Man, that one did everything but fall. Deanna Gray takes it for Kent State. Working the right wing, hands off to Babbitt. Back to Gray, back to Babbitt, straight away. Austin, tight defense. Stuck on a pivot foot, gets it to Gray. Corner, moving in along the baseline, reverse layup, money. But a whistle and a foul. She stepped out of bounds, rather. Tough call, but the right one. Officials with a great eye and a turnover for the Golden Flashes.
Yeah, you nailed it, Braden. Just that right foot on the baseline driving in. Had a little bit of room, but it was really good defensive adjustment to the Cardinals to push Babbitt, or rather Deanna Gray, onto the baseline, and she just couldn't tiptoe the line.
Ball State back on offense. Allie Becky between the rings. Feed to Kiefer in the right wing. Back to Richard straight away. Austin now. The screen from Richard. Moving in. Layup off the glass and good. Lachelle Austin hits the scoreboard. 2 points. 5-3 Cards. 6:09 in the first.
There's an example of how the Cardinals can be efficient down low. Austin drives in, has Richard to her right, but doesn't make the pass. Even if Richard and Kiefer can't necessarily be at their best today, if they can disrupt down low, that's how they'll succeed.
And Deanna Gray faced a wall of Cardinals in the paint with a missed basket. Other end, Cards working. Alex Richard straight away, feed to Becky, left wing, bounce pass to the block. It's Richard, loses the ball, stripped out of bounds off of Kent State. They'll say that's in the hands of Riley Rissmiller before going out of bounds. Substitution here with Alex Richard subbing out and Malia Johnson, MJ, checking in.
MJ had a really nice afternoon on Wednesday, putting up 6 points off the bench. Look for her to get active.
Great inbound by Becky and a solid finish by Marie Kiefer. 2 points, 7-3 Ball State, 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Other end, Jenna Batch working the right corner. Straight away pass, great feed into the hands of Gray. She can't connect, and MJ's there for the rebound. Ball State working, Austin across the timeline. Right side, perimeter, over to Kiefer straight away. Bischoff moving in. Right block, layup, no good. Touched the rim twice before settling out. Kent State working, Batch along the block. Malia Johnson and Bischoff there. Passes out top of the key to Dunn. Over to Gray now in the right arc. Bounce pass to the block. It's Rissmiller. She's double teamed. Back out. Somehow feeds Dunn straight away. 10 on the shot clock. Gray in the corner. Back to Rissmiller. Can she get something here? No, it's stolen away by Marie Kiefer. Allie Becky working it on offense for Ball State. Stuck on a pivot foot in the left corner, feed to MJ, and out of bounds again. Kent State doing a good job of shutting down underneath the basket, but the Cards lead 7-3 with the first media timeout, 4:36 in the first quarter. You are listening to Ball State women's basketball on SportsLink Digital Radio, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena here at this first game of the MAC semifinals. Ball State leads 7-3 in the media timeout with 4:36 to go in the first quarter. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside. We thank you for joining us here on SportsLink Digital Radio. We talked about during the break, Ball State, they have really shut down on defense. It's been tough for Kent State to do anything down low. They've gotten the ball down there, but they faced a wall so far.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Braden. After Jenna Batch hit that opening triple on Kent State's first possession, they have been unable to grab any shots around the perimeter or anything down low. 3 turnovers, and a lot of that is just defensive pressure from the Cardinals converging in. I want to go back to that last possession right before the break. The Cardinals not once but twice were able to trap and double team on an entry pass down low. It made Kent State uncomfortable. They broke it the first time, and then the second time threw the ball right to Marie Kiefer, who took it the other way. If Ball State can continue to make Kent State uncomfortable down low, we talked about it at the beginning as that being one of the Golden Flash's strengths. If it disappears, then they're going to need to rely on their outside shooting, which has worked for them in the past. But the Golden Flashes need to figure it out in the painted area. They haven't been able to do so far.
You have to remember, this is a Golden Flash team that loves to face adversity. They're looking at this 4-point deficit right now, and I'm sure Coach Starkey is telling them, we've been here before. I know none of you are worried right now.
So then the important thing for Ball State is just to ramp up and keep up the pressure. We've got a really good crowd here today from both sides that are going to be cheering on their teams. If the right side of the arena stays loud, if the Cardinals can start knocking down shots, then it's going to be tough. We haven't seen Allie Becky take a shot yet. We haven't seen Alex Richard take a shot yet. If they can get involved, then it's going to be a rough first quarter for Kent State.
And checking in during the media timeout is Elise Stuck. She's in for Madeline Bischoff, her first time against Kent State this season. Underneath the basket with the Cards moving left to right. Becky inbound to Austin, deep in the perimeter. Over to Stuck, straight away, back to Austin, same spot.
Kent State's moved into a zone, Braden.
Interesting decision by Coach Starkey, changing the defensive plan early. For now, Stuck, left wing, over to Becky. Cross court to Austin, right side. Step back, corner 3. Money. Lachelle Austin, how do you do? She's got 5 points, and it's 10-3 Cards.
That is not necessarily Lachelle's best shot, but oh boy, it looked good that time. And the Cardinals will take it toward the end of the shot clock.
Kent State looking for a response. Hildebrand, who checked in as well during the media timeout. Top of the key, down low, Tyler over MJ, nothing there. Great defense by the Cardinals in the block. Across the timeline, Lachelle Austin, left wing, feed to Johnson, down at the block. Baseline, tough layup. She's fouled on the way by Janae Tyler. The first foul for her, and the first foul overall, second rather, for Kent State. So it will be MJ, going to the line for free throws. Notable, she is the lowest free throw percentage shooter in the regular rotation for the Cards, 61%. First free throw up into the air and good.
I want to talk about the zone here, Braden, because although both of these first 2 possessions are going to result in points for the Cardinals, it's clear that their offensive flow was disrupted. If you're attacking the zone, Kent State wants to push the Cardinals further outside. They want to tempt them into corner 3s. If you want to play into that, well, then you got to overload one side, throw that cross-court pass, and find gaps in it. But driving inside, they haven't necessarily found the most open space.
Both free throws good. It's 12-3 with 3:30 to go. Cards in favor in the first quarter. Other end, Jenna Batch working the mid-range. Out to Gray, top of the key. Back to Batch, 3-ball good. Right wing over Elise Stuck.
Yeah, Batch is too quick on that trigger. Stuck kind of fell asleep considering she's just that one defensive pass away, as now we see an illegal screen set by Marie on the other side.
That's a tough foul. That's the first one for the Cardinals. Correction from earlier, Kent State also only has 1 so far. Substitutions here for the Golden Flashes as Hildebrand checks out alongside Tyler, with Bridget Dunn coming back into the action, and Tatiana Thomas, the junior forward, in there as well. Kent State working right to left with Gray taking the inbound. Out of the Ball State turnover and screen by Marie Kiefer. Gray straight away. Hand off, the swing around the perimeter to Jenna Batch. Top of the key, over to Dunn, same spot, back to Batch. 10 on the shot clock, the reset, the screen, the pass to the corner. Nothing there. Great defense by Madeline Bischoff. Gray, feed, top of the key to Babbitt. 3 on the shot clock. Moving in along the left block over MJ. Layup rolls in. They needed that one. 12-8, Cards lead, 2:40 to go in the first.
That was a broken possession for Kent State that turned into points. Allie Becky was mismatched on Dunn the whole possession, did a great job of defending down low, but Kent scores anyway.
And there's a steal by Tatiana Thomas in her first minutes of the game. Took it away from Elise Stuck. Top of the key, Dunn will let it fly. Off the back of the iron and no good. Becky's there for the board. Ball State working now. Left side, straight away, 3 ball. Rolls around and falls. Allie Becky, her first bucket of the game. It's a 3 ball, 15-8 Cards, 2 to go in the first. Step back, mid-range jumper by Gray. Nothing there. That was a quick possession. No points. Austin, left wing. Stuck the screen. The pass to Bischoff, rather. Hand off Becky. Right wing. MJ straight away. Stuck. Now Austin working the perimeter on the left side. Moving in toward the elbow. Spins in the block. And the layup too strong. Rebound effort goes out of bounds. They'll say it's off Bridget Dunn. And it will stay with Ball State. Minute 42. Cards lead 15-8. And somebody is slow to get up right now. It looks like it is Elise Stuck with Alex Richards subbing back in.
Yeah, fighting for that offensive rebound off the Austin miss. Stuck went up and her left foot kind of came out from under her, hit the ground hard. It worked out with the Cardinals getting possession, but Stuck's going to trot over to the sideline. Appeared to be okay. The trainers didn't have to come out or anything. She's just going to take a breather.
No limp on the way. Looks like she'll be okay. Allie Becky inbound. Austin takes it straight away. Over to Bischoff in the right arc. Back to Austin. She'll take the 3. Misses off the front of the iron. Deanna Gray with the closeout defense. Across the timeline, Jenna Batch working the left arc. Feed to Gray, top of the key. Minute 25 on the clock. Starkey calls out the play. 18 on the shot clock. Hand off to Batch. The screen from Thomas. Right elbow back to the top of the key. MJ, great defense. Over to Gray in the left wing. 5 on the shot clock. Mid-range jumper just inside. No good. Rebound MJ. Ball State working quick. 2-2 fast break. And Lachelle Austin slows it down with a pass to Bischoff. Back to Austin now in the right wing. A whistle and a foul off ball on Kent State. We'll see the number here. They're going to call it on Deanna Gray. Her first personal, team's second. And that will bring in a substitution with Megan Murray getting her first minutes of the game. She'll check in for Deanna Gray. The inbound and the beautiful feed to Allie Becky.
Allie did one of those moves. We've seen her do it so many times where she just tops the ball off the back of the defender, grabs it back herself after being the inbounder and scores. You'd think all the film sessions, but no, she did it. She did it the last time they played Kent. She does it again today.
Batch, the response from beyond, no good. Kent State struggling in the first quarter, down 17-8 with 30 seconds to go. 5 seconds separate the shot and game clock with Becky dribbling some timeout. Coach Salih signaling for the play. Allie Becky, the player of the year in the Mid-American Conference. She has showed off her creativity today. Step back, 3, top of the key, yes! Allie Becky, 8 points in the first quarter. 3 seconds on the clock. Errant 3 ball, no good by Megan Murray, and the first quarter is all Ball State, 20-8 over Kent State.
The way the bench ran out there as the buzzer sounded, you would have think that Ball State had just won the tournament. So much energy radiating from the Ball State sideline. It radiates into the crowd. Rocket Arena is buzzing right now in Cardinal and Red. What a first quarter for Muncie's finest.
Fantastic start for Ball State and a 12-point lead heading into the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio Ball State Women's Basketball, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
From the bell tower to your smartphone, anywhere in the world.
Never miss Ball State Sports with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena. One quarter down, and it's all Cardinals, 20-8 over Kent State in the first game of this MAC semifinal day. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside, and during the break, we talked about just the stark difference in shooting between these teams. Kent State, 23% from the field, 2 of 6 from beyond. Ball State, 4 of 8 on their 3 balls, and 54% from the field.
Yeah, and I mentioned it to you, Braden, that it'll be really interesting to see how this Cardinal offense looks and adjusts if the 3-ball doesn't continue to fall over the course of this game. They're shooting an even 50% as we speak right now from distance. But for Kent State, it's been a similar-looking team. They've pushed the ball inside and out, haven't necessarily gotten as many looks down inside the paint. In fact, points in the paint is just 4-2 in favor of the Cardinals so far. But for Kent State, they have got to find some better quality looks. And then on the other side, the Golden Flash's zone look has really frustrated the Cardinals. I know the scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect it, but just in the way the Cardinal offense sets up, the biggest thing for Ball State offensively, they thrive off of off-ball movement, off-ball screens. You cannot do that in a zone because the defense is reacting to where players are positioned instead of where specific players are positioned. Ball State has to find other ways to penetrate and find open players if Kent continues in this zone look.
The Golden Flashes start off with the basketball in the second quarter, moving right to left. Jenna Batch, left wing, toward the block. Floater, no good. Great defense by Alex Richard and Lachelle Austin. Austin takes it across the timeline. Great outlet feed to MJ, and she is wide open in the paint for the basket. 22-8, Cards lead, 9:30 to go in the half.
Somebody on this Kent State team besides Jenna Batch has got to wake up. She's running end-to-end, trying to make plays offensively and defensively. Only one other player has made a shot for this Kent State team. Make that 2 now.
Tyler with the hezzy and the layup over Madeline Bischoff. 22-10, Cards lead, 9:10 to go in the second quarter. Alex Richard, mid-range jumper at the charity stripe off the back of the iron and offline. Bridget Dunn there for the rebound, leads this team in rebounds per game, 4th in defensive rebounds per game in the country. Maya Babbitt straight away, pass to Gray in the right wing, bounce pass to the block. Tyler sends MJ to the ground, and it's a travel. Tough turnover early in this second quarter, and a substitution here as the Cards will get the basketball with Marie Kiefer checking in. We'll see who she comes in for. Coach Salih giving her orders. It will be MJ hitting the bench too. A round of cheers from the Cardinal faithful.
Yeah, MJ coming off after a big defensive play. That's another case of the help defense coming in and disrupting Kent State after Janae Tyler had beaten Alex Richard initially offensively.
Cardinals left to right. Marie Kiefer in the right wing. Stuck on a pivot foot. Bounce pass to Austin. Almost stolen away by Gray, but gets safely into her hands. Over to Bischoff, straight away, 7 on the shot clock. Back to Austin, she'll take a 3 in the right arc. Yes, another swish for Lachelle Austin. She's up to 8 points. The Cardinals lead 25-10 with 8:20 to go in the first half. Gray, handoff to Batch, top of the key. Dunn now, same spot. Kiefer, hands up, tight defense. Stuck on a pivot foot, over to Gray, left wing. Babbitt. Going outside in, ball out of bounds, tipped by Bischoff on the pass to the restricted zone. Babbitt was looking for Tyler. It's out off of the Cardinals, 11 on the shot clock, inbound coming up.
This is remarkable team defense from Ball State. Becky gets beat, so Richard comes as the help defense, and then Bischoff comes in with the deflected pass.
Beautiful play by Jenna Batch, the inbounder to Tyler. Tyler passed it back to her. She faked a shot at the right elbow and passed to Tyler instead, where she finishes. 25-12, Cards still lead, 7:45 to go in the second quarter. Becky working the left arc, right arc rather. Kiefer the screen, pick and roll isn't there. Becky takes it down low to herself, and Austin takes a pass. In the perimeter, stolen away, Bridget Dunn's there for the nab. Babbitt, right wing. Bischoff guarding, over to Gray now. Kent State looking for something, down 13 in the second quarter. Feed, Gray, she'll take a mid-range jumper at the corner on the near side, and it falls. Surprisingly, her first basket of the game, 25-14, Ball State with 7:11 to go in the second quarter. Kiefer, top of the key, pass to Bischoff. Catch and shoot, 3 ball rattles in. Madeline Bischoff, hello from beyond, 28-14. Cards lead. Other end, Batch sent to the ground, a jump ball called. Lachelle Austin, great transition defense to find Jenna Batch.
I continue to be impressed with the work I'm seeing defensively from the Cardinals, diving on the loose ball, winning possession via the possession arrow. This is an impressive first half performance from a Ball State team putting it all on the line.
28-14, and the possession arrow points the way of the Cardinals, so they'll have it after the jump. Checking in is Elise Stuck. She subs in for Lachelle Austin, who is tied for the lead in scoring for the Cardinals with 8 points. Becky across the stripe. Gray hovering on defense, straight away. Pass to Kiefer, right elbow. Back to Richard, now Becky again, left arc. 13 on the shot clock, over to Bischoff, straight away. The hesitation, the bounce pass, the shot by Richard, no good. Just outside of the near block. Rebound goes into the hands of Deanna Gray. Kent State working at the low block. Batch, the jumper, good over Madeline Bischoff. She's up to 8 points, 28-16 Cards, 16:15 to go in the second quarter, 6:15 rather. A whistle, and it's an offensive foul on Ball State. An arm out, that's Elise Stuck, off ball. Team's first foul, 28-16 the score, with 6:13 to go in this second quarter, and Kent State a chance maybe to cut this down to single digits. Gray, top of the key, hands off, Hildebrand, same spot. The freshman getting her time here in the MAC tournament. Batch, top of the key. Bounce pass, leaves one for Thomas. Back out, Gray, thought about a 3, Becky's there for the D. Bridget Dunn, now Gray again straight away. Down low, Thomas, working Richard, takes a shot, that's an air ball, and the Cards fans will let her know it. It's also tipped as well. Becky across the timeline to Elise Stuck, Richard, jumper just inside the perimeter on the corner, that one is offline, and the rebound to Bridget Dunn.
Alex Richards now 0 for 3 from the floor, 3 jump shots. She's gotten the ball in good position, but has settled for mid-range looks instead of using her body and getting down in the paint. I want to see a little more aggressiveness in the paint from Alex.
Bridget Dunn, left wing, pass to Gray, same spot, moving to the block, looking for something. Elise Stuck, great defense, whistle, and out of bounds. Off of Deanna Gray, Elise Stuck was like a brick wall along the baseline. 28-16, Cards with the lead and the basketball. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Marie Kiefer to inbound. Gray, the only defender for the Golden Flashes, playing full court. Becky has it. Across the timeline she goes. 8 points, 4 rebounds for Allie Becky. Pass to Richard, left elbow. Pass to Becky, almost stolen by Gray. She's playing tight defense. Right wing, 9 on the shot clock. Richard the screen, Becky dribble move over to Kiefer, down low. Richard working the far block. Layup off the glass, no good. Rebound into the hands of Journey Hildebrand. Golden Flashes working. Gray across the timeline. And a whistle, and that's on Janae Tyler. She sent Alex Richard to the ground at the MAC logo in the paint. And that is another off-ball foul for Kent State, and that will lead us to immediate timeout. 4:37 to go in the first half. Ball State leads 28-16, and Kent State is flat out struggling. We'll take a break here on SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. 4:37 to go in the first half. Cardinals up 12.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
From Trivia Night at Brothers and Tater Tots at Roots.
Never miss a Ball State game with SportsLink Digital.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio along Lake Erie. The Cardinals lead 28-16 over Kent State with 4:37 to go in the second quarter during this media timeout. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside, and something to note, Kent State, they've been here before. Faced a deficit against Miami of Ohio in the quarterfinals right around this time. This is when they went on a fabulous 16-0 run, ended up leading by 14 at halftime after all was said and done. Kent State, this has been tough for them, but I don't think they're very worried.
Yeah, Kent State is a team that has the ability to go on a run and take over a contest at pretty much any point. Any one of these timeouts, for at least on the Cardinal side, it has to be Coach Brady Sally, hey, keep going, keep this up. They are going to come out and try to punch you in the mouth. But Kent State, they've done better here in the second quarter. You look at some of the stats, they're shooting 67% here in quarter number 2. They're just getting higher percentage looks. It's something we talked about. In fact, they haven't even taken a three-point shot. So you wonder, well, how are the teams tied on points here in the second quarter? It's 8-8. Well, it's because of the turnovers. Kent State, well, they've been getting better shots. They still have not been taking great care of the basketball. 7 turnovers already for the folks from Kent.
Allie Becky working the point across the timeline. Cardinals moving left to right out of the media timeout. Becky almost sent Gray to her knees. Great dribbling in the right wing, down low, stuck, spin around, layup, way too strong. Rebound Kent State, that was Jenna Batch corralling it. Gray, handoff to Babbitt. Back to Dunn. Now Batch working the perimeter, top of the key. Dunn, down low, shot by Rissmiller. No good, but a foul called up in the air. That's going to be free throws for Kent State. Multiple Cardinals down low at the block. We'll see who this is called on. That's going to be on Malia Johnson, her first foul. Allie Becky subs out. Lachelle Austin subs in. The 2 leading scorers for the Cardinals exchanging positions on the bench. Riley Rissmiller, an 88% free throw shooter at the line, and she makes her first.
If there's one thing Kent State does exceptionally well above anything else, it is shooting free throws. Look out for this team if they can build up a lead toward the end of this game. Jenna Batch up near 90%, Deanna Gray up near 90%. Just impressive stuff. Really tough to mount a comeback when a team is able to close out games at the charity stripe.
Shot a combined 22-26 from the stripe against Ball State in the regular season, and that's a 2-of-2 trip for Rissmiller. Cards working on offense. Kiefer down at the right block. Reverse layup, good. Marie Kiefer, block to block, and the basket. 30-18, Ball State leads. 3:35 left to go in the first half.
Beauty of a possession there. Malia Johnson drove the paint, but she didn't throw up a floater. She got the extra pass into Kiefer, who found an even better look.
Maya Babbitt stuck in the restricted zone. Feeds one to Rissmiller to escape the jump ball. Into the hands of Babbitt in the far corner. Over to Gray, straight away, the screen from Dunn, 5 on the shot clock, pass, Babbitt, hesitation, mid-range jumper, good. That's a big shot for Kent State. 10-point lead.
Maya Babbitt, one of the better three-point shooters on this team, and that's when the ball fake works the best.
And Lachelle Austin working down low in transition. She is up to double digits, 10 points. 32-20, Cardinals lead. Gray looking for a reverse layup. That's off the front of the iron. And an unkind iron it is. Austin straight away for the Cardinals. A whistle and another foul. This one is going to be on Ball State. They are calling that on Elise Stuck again. Her second personal, both of them resulting in Cardinal turnovers.
Yeah, it's another illegal screen set by Stuck after Kiefer had one earlier in the game. Ball State's going for that pick and roll action, but they're detaching themselves from the screen too early. It's taking the defender with them, and the ref sees that much contact inside. It's going to be a call every time.
Ball State up 32-20 here in the second quarter, 2:30 to go. The lead-in pass to the paint is not there to Jenna Batch. That was Deanna Gray leading her on too strong, and that is a turnover.
I don't know if you've ever played FIFA, Braden, but that's when you hit the Y button for a little too long. You feed that through ball in, and it just never stops rolling.
Allie Becky has it in the left wing. Straight away, double team between Gray and Thomas. Feed to Kiefer, down low, MJ, jumper, offline. Too strong, and Bridget Dunn is there for the rebound, as she seemingly always is. Jenna Batch. Bounce pass, leading Thomas down low, layup good, weaving through 3 Cardinals in the low block. 32-22, Cardinals lead with the basketball, 2 minutes in the first half. Lachelle Austin, right wing, feed, Bischoff straight away. Great closeout defense by Babbitt. Austin to Kiefer, top of the key. Back to Becky, left wing, 10 on the shot clock. Kiefer, the screen, the pass to MJ, heading to the left block, up, and no good. Great defense again by Bridget Dunn, and she has the rebound. Deanna Gray, top of the key. Coach Starkey calling the play. Hands off into the hands of Batch. Babbitt working, now Dunn. Kent State takes it down low with a pass to Thomas at the MAC logo, spinning around MJ. The layup falls. Thomas, 4 points, 2 straight field goals for Tatiana Thomas. 32-24, it is a single-digit lead for Ball State with a minute to go in the first half.
First time we've seen the Kent State faithful rise to their feet today after 2 good buckets from Thomas.
Allie Becky, a dribble move in the right wing. Great defense by Gray. MJ, the screen. Gray is still there, and she gets the steal. Fast break, 3-ball, Babbitt. No good, off the front of the iron. Ball out of bounds, they'll say it's off of Tatiana Thomas, the junior forward. Ball State catches a break. That would have been a massive 3.
Yeah, that's the nerviest moment of this game so far for Ball State. An uncharacteristic turnover from Becky, who dribbled herself into the turnover, and then an open look. Maya Babbitt, who shoots 42% from 3, missed an open one.
MJ subs out, Alex Richard is in. Austin has it, thought about a mid-range jumper at the charity stripe. Pass to Kiefer, almost stolen away by Thomas, rather. Austin, top of the key. Leads in Richard, working the paint. Basket, good. Got one over Bridget Dunn. 34-24, 15 seconds left to go in the first half. The Cardinals lead, but Kent State has the ball. The final possession here, Batch at the MAC logo. The half-court circle, double team. Moving in, tough floater, off the glass, Jenna Batch, that's a big one to end the first half. She's up to double digits, and they have some life. But for now, Ball State leads 34-26 over Kent State, heading into the halftime break.
Big players make big-time plays. That was maybe one of the wilder makes we've seen in this tournament. Absolutely the toughest shot that we've seen go down in this contest. Jenna Batch, a big half, 10 points. She's got almost half of Kent State's, and they are in this one against the Cardinals.
Down but not out. We said their biggest time against Miami of Ohio was at the end of the second quarter. They did so again here against Ball State. But the Cards lead 34-26. We'll take a quick break before sending you to the SportsLink Digital Halftime Show. You are listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
For the best stories, access, and coverage of Ball State sports, follow SportsLink on social media platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Search @BSU SportsLink.
American Pest Pros is the official pest control partner of Ball State Athletics. We protect your home or business and guarantee year-round protection from insects and pests. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. Our pest control program is the safest and most effective in the industry. Even if you tried a different service and it didn't work, we'll fix your problem, guaranteed, or your money back. Visit AmericanPestPros.com. That's AmericanPestPros.com. And don't forget to ask about our Ball State special.
Your home for live Ball State sports, streaming right in your timeline.
This is SportsLink Digital.
Ball State fans, who needs batteries? Your locally owned Battery Masters have batteries for cars, boats, golf carts, cell phones, watches, key fobs, pay-per-go toys for kids, and more. Bring your rechargeable batteries back to life for drills, shavers, dustbusters, and more. All Ball State fans receive a free battery checkup. Just mention Charlie Cardinal. Battery Masters is conveniently located on the corner of Walnut and Centennial, next to Mini Trista. Check us out online at batterymasters.com. Go Cards!
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The best stories in Ball State sports, plus live broadcasts, right in your timeline.
Follow us at BSU SportsLink.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio, where the Ball State Cardinals lead Kent State 34-26 at the halftime break. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside. And Griffin, that first half seemed to be all Cardinals, but Kent State slowly creeped back into this one at the end of that second quarter, highlighted by Jenna Batch, 10 points and a ridiculous shot to send it to the halftime break.
Yeah, really entertaining second quarter, a really even second quarter. Both teams shooting pretty well, but for the Kent State Golden Flashes, that end of the quarter, I told you during break, it was quite the steal of momentum to bank in a shot like that off 1 foot. Not a high-quality look at all, but for big-time players, as I mentioned, I mean, Jenna Batch shooting 43% on the year. She didn't have the greatest of games on Wednesday against Miami, just 10 points in that one. She's already up to 10 by the first half, and in one of the biggest games of the year, if not the biggest for Kent State, they need more of that here in half number 2.
And we've seen a well-balanced attack so far from Ball State. LaShelle Austin, surprisingly, she leads the scoring so far with 10 points against these Golden Flashes. Becky with 8 points right behind her with 4 assists as well. Leah Johnson, 4 points, 4 assists, and a block. This team is working well all across the floor. We're seeing multiple players get involved and make an impact here. And I think that's been one big surprise for Kent State, is they're facing more star-level talent than maybe they expected.
And I think it's just a balance of maybe, and that honestly can be said for both teams. I think everybody's finding ways to step up. But, I mean, you look at a player like Lachelle Austin, not used to necessarily making this sort of contribution, more so making contributions with her passing. She had 7 assists on Wednesday, but already up past her season average with 10 points. She's knocked down some big three-pointers despite shooting in the 20 percentile range. And for the Cardinals, they need to continue to spread out the scoring as they always tend to do.
And if you're looking at Kent State right now, I'm looking at Maya Babbitt. So far, only 4 points on 3 shots attempted. She's the second leading scorer on this Kent State squad, and we haven't seen her take many shots in this one. They're going to need her to get hot in the second half to be able to creep back into this one.
And her biggest shot was a miss in that first half, Braden. We talked about it, a chance for Kent State to really grab the momentum. They got their side of the crowd into it for the first time. They forced a big turnover as Becky turned the ball over for the first time today. And then on the other end, Maya Babbitt, a right wing 3 that had all the space in the world and it rimmed out. If that shot had gone down, it was a 5-point game, and I think we're in a very different place come halftime. The Cardinals are lucky that the rim bounced their way.
We'll take a quick break here on the halftime report. Cards lead 31-26, about 9 minutes to go until we start off the second half. You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll be right back after this.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Indiana's top sports media school in 2024 by the Indiana Association of School Broadcasters.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. 7:40 to go until tip-off, or I guess not tip-off, but start of the second half. Cards lead 34-26 over Kent State. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside, and while we have the time, we'd like to present you with a little story made by SportsLink's own Nate Locker about the Core Four. Of course, any game in this stretch, if it's a loss for Ball State, is the final game of the Core Four here at Ball State University, and they've been so special to the program, to the entire institution, to the fan base, to everybody. So, of course, they were worth being highlighted here in this story. Again, produced by Nate Locker. Go check him out, ITL Productions on Instagram. This is the Core Four.
We talk all the time about how important evaluation is in recruiting. Bring the right kids, right talent in, and then it kind of builds itself a little bit. And I think with this group, that's exactly what happened.
I was so shy freshman year. I went home every weekend, wouldn't hang out with anyone, but just moving into a house with Allie and Maddie, just growing up with them pretty much, getting older with them. I just got really comfortable with them, and they were comfortable with me, so then we just became best friends. It's just a family away from our own families at home.
I'm so glad that I came in with Allie and Marie because I really leaned on them. Freshman year, they really got me through my first year. They're the main reason, honestly, why I stayed. They're my best friends for life, honestly. They're gonna be with me for the rest of my life.
We created a great bond, and then Alex came in. I knew her in high school because we were rivals. She went to Butler, and then she came here, and the best decision she made personally for me because I got to call her one of my best friends now.
I'm just so grateful too that Alex came here sophomore year because I knew her growing up and stuff, and I really wanted her here, so I'm just so glad she came at the time she did.
Maddie was actually like probably the a huge reason that I came here.
So we're on the same AU team growing up, I would say since middle school. Our families have been super close, like we call each other sisters. Yeah, she'll forever be my best friend.
Maddie's literally my sister. We've been through thick and thin together. We've gotten each other through really hard times. Having Maddie as such a best friend, a sister, and just an outlet has really helped me a lot, and I know that it's helped her too because she uses me in the same way.
We brought in great kids like Maddie Bischoff, Allie Becky, Marie Kiefer, Alex Richards. These kids were the ones that we felt like we could build this thing around, and then they stayed loyal to the program, and that's not a normal thing anymore.
Since the new transfer rule, a lot of people go in and out, but thankfully we have a group here that really has stuck together, and we know the expectations and culture here.
Don't play with us!
Make sure.
Don't play with us!
I feel like everyone tries to be a leader, but there's certain people that have that right role to be a leader. When you have leaders, you have people that will follow, and following can lead to success.
I think like leadership is a huge thing about it. Like we have 4 people that have been here for a really, really long time. We're all very, very close, especially, you know, the core 4. I love the culture that we've built, and I love being a part of such a historic team.
Without them, I don't think that I could have made it through college basketball. Coming together in like the hardest times is like what we do best and what we need to do. And so I think having like the backbone of like being family really helps us like all come together.
I want this community to remember them because of who they were, not necessarily what they did. Their accomplishments are going to speak for themselves. The mark that these 4 will leave here is who they've been to this athletic department and this program. And they've almost been the poster child for how to go about it the right way. Instead of always thinking the grass is greener, they worry way more about taking care of their own yard and making it the best one on the block. It's one of the most special groups we've had come through here.
Oh, it's like the senior season that I've always hoped for. Like nobody else that I would want to play senior season with, especially the fight that we put in the last 3 years, and just like growing with them in this program has been huge. They're like family to me.
Although I didn't necessarily start with them, finishing with them is just something that I would never want to take for granted. And lately I've realized like I can't take for granted the moments that I have with them, because in a year from now I'm not going to be able to see them every day. I'm not going to laugh with them every day. I'm just excited to be ending my season with the people that I love the most. They're my best friends, they're my sisters, they're gonna be my maid of honors one day. Like, I couldn't imagine life without them. I wouldn't wanna experience college basketball without anybody else.
It's a bittersweet moment to think about like how we're kind of going on with our lives after this, but I owe a lot of all my accolades and like all my success through them, because I mean they definitely made me who I am as a person, and just they supported me through so much. It makes my heart happy just because we've been with each other for forever, and just being able to like stick it out to the end. I mean, it just shows how they value our friendship.
It means a lot, honestly. I'm really glad I'm ending my basketball career with them, because honestly I wouldn't be where I am and who I am today if it wasn't for them. Them finishing with me, I don't know, it's like bittersweet, and honestly like it feels like It will make it easier for me to let go of the game of basketball, knowing that I played my last games, or I ended my last season with them. I consider them my family.
Just a beautiful story of this core four. A story that, if you ask anybody on this team, they just hope it doesn't die.
Absolutely, and of course every good thing has to come to an end, but we're certainly hoping that today is not that end for this group that has just poured out everything they have into this program, into this school. I mean, they're just incredible people. We've gotten the chance, obviously, in SportsLink to work with them in various roles, and they're great people. They deserve everything, all the media attention, everything that's come to them. And you can only hope that that they continue to bolster their friendship and keep everything going after college as well.
Real quick, both teams on the floor. Kent State about to take the inbound. What do the Golden Flashes need to do?
Well, we talked going back to the keys, just as far as dominating the glass and enforcing physicality. They haven't quite been able to do that. They narrowly lost the rebounding battle, and they're narrowly behind in points in the paint in halftime. We'll see how that changes moving into half number 2.
Kent State moving left to right, but not before a steal by Alex Richard. 2-1 fast break. Bischoff, the hesitation and the bucket. Batch bit. 36-26, Cards up. Here with 9:32 in the third quarter. Down low, Tyler stuck. Becky, the steal. A great double team in the restricted zone. Becky behind the back pass. Oh my! Richard with the finish. 38-26. Here come the Cards out of the break.
No fear, Braden.
Beautiful. 9-10 in the third quarter. The Cardinals are chirping in Rocket Arena. Bridget Dunn in the right wing. Feed to Batch straight away. Defense by Bischoff. Over to Babbitt. Back into the hands of Batch. Top of the key. 5 on the shot clock. The screen by Tyler. The backdoor feed back to Tyler. Over in the corner. Dunn will take it. An air ball. And a shot clock violation. What a fiery start to the third quarter for Ball State.
3 turnovers forced on the opening 3 possessions. Really impressive stuff here from the Cardinals. Those first 2 coming off of double teams. They're saying this is what happens if you try to slow the game down. We're going to trap you.
Lachelle Austin between the rings. Handoff to Bischoff, right wing. Thought about a very deep 3. Passes to Kiefer instead. Becky swings back to Kiefer, working the baseline on the near side. The floater, good. Got it to fall over Jenna Batch. 40-26. 8:20 to go in the third. Gray working the left arc. Becky with the defense. The feed at the charity stripe to Dunn. Back to Gray. 3 ball in the corner. That one's offline. Rebound tipped by Bischoff, and out of bounds it goes.
Tiana Gray got a really good look there on the near corner. Just a 24% free throw shooter. Went 2 for 11 in Wednesday's victory. Just not necessarily in her best shooting form. Couldn't take advantage.
Babbitt inbounds to Tyler, almost to travel. For now, Babbitt takes it. Hesitation. Step back 3 in the right wing. That one's money. Madeline Bischoff was there, but fell for the hesitation.
You mentioned it at halftime that Babbitt didn't have the greatest of first halves. If she can heat up from outside, Kent will get right back into this game in a hurry.
Step back, mid-range jumper, Allie Becky, no good. 40-29 the score. Cards lead with 7:38 to go in the third quarter. Golden Flashes working on offense. Jenna Batch, left wing, Becky guarding. Straight away, bounce pass to Gray. Just in front of the MAC logo at half court. To Batch. Now to Babbitt. She bounces one over to Bridget Dunn. Overhead pass, Tyler working the block. Shot over Alex Richard, good. That one is Tyler's first of the second half, and it's 40-31. Cards lead, 7:11 to go in the third. Becky, feed, Bischoff, straight away 3, swish! Madeline Bischoff, no fear from way beyond. 43-31, Cards lead, 7 to go in the third.
The pendulum of momentum is swinging back and forth. It looked like the Cardinals were pulling away. Then Kent State grabbed a couple of buckets, and then Maddie hits a huge 3 to put the Cardinals back up a dozen.
Coach Starkey's squad does not back down. Tyler double team down low, an open 3 in the corner for Babbitt. She won't miss that one. 10 points, 6 here in the second half. Quick transition, Austin hitting the restricted zone. She's fouled on the way up by Jenna Batch, her first personal, and a charity stripe visit for Lachelle Austin.
It's been a while since either one of these teams has gone to the free throw line. Only 4 free throws have been attempted in this game, Braden, 1 trip from each side in the first half.
Lachelle Austin was a solid 7 points against Western Michigan. Only attempted 1 free throw against Western Michigan, missed it, and she misses the first free throw here. Second free throw, 3 dribbles for Austin. Up into the air and good. She's up to 11 points, the leading scorer for Ball State, and it's 44-34 Cards with 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Babbitt has it deep in the perimeter. Overhead pass to Dunn straight away. Kiefer's there for the defense. Working the perimeter, the feed into the hands of Batch. Left wing, Bischoff, a screen for Tyler. Over to Gray. Cross court to Babbitt, she's moving in. The shot up, floater, no good in the right elbow. Ball heads out of bounds and saved. Great save by Maya Babbitt, gets it into the hands of Dunn. Now Batch working charity stripe over to Gray in the perimeter. Moving to the block on Becky, spins around, layup blocked by Becky. The block with no regard for human life, but the assist back up to her feet where she shows her humility. 44-34, Cards lead, 5:55 to go in the third quarter. Kent State underneath the basket. Baseline inbound, stolen by Marie Kiefer. Batch looking for Tyler in the low block. Allie Becky straight away, feed, Kiefer, right wing. Over to Bischoff, straight away, open 3. Rattles out. Rebound into the hands of Tyler. Kent State working. Batch across the timeline. Becky guarding. Over the head feed. Tyler in the block. Layup good. Got it over Alex Richard with a spin. And it's 44-36. Cards lead. 5:22 to go in the third quarter.
Cardinals brought the double team defensively again, but Janae Tyler spun away from it, left her a tougher angle on the layup, but a lot more room to get the shot off, and she took advantage.
Lachelle Austin straight away, down low to Becky, just outside the restricted zone. Dribble move, ball tipped away into the hands of Richard. She drives for the layup and gets it to go. Up to 6 points, 46-36. A double-digit lead again for Ball State with 4:53 to go in the third. Deanna Gray across the timeline. Becky's there for the D. Bounce pass off of the shin of Becky and out of bounds along the near sideline. And that will lead to a media timeout. We'll have some substitutions out of it. Looks like Elise Stuck is subbing in, as well as Journey Hildebrand for Kent State. We'll get those numbers that are coming out after this timeout. Ball State 36, Ball State 46, Kent State 36, with 4:45 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio. Ball State women's basketball, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie, will return after these short messages.
So just how big is the Mammoth Pizza at Mancino's? How about a big 24-inch round pizza loaded with all of your favorite toppings? Made to order just for you when you call 287-1300. The perfect size for the big game, the next game, or any event that demands not only the best, but the biggest pizza you can order. And Mancino's is ready anytime. Call, wait 10 to 15 minutes, then head to Mancino's for pickup. Man, is it good. When a large pizza isn't enough, you need at least one Mammoth from Mancino's.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has a new, better flavor. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Standards. High standards. That's what sets teams apart. It's also what sets us apart at Pridemark Construction. We're not alone in holding our standards high. Ball State University is among those who do. That's why we're proud to sponsor the Ball State Athlete of the Week. High standards in everyday performance is everything in sport, as well as business. Join us in our pursuit of excellence. Join Pridemark Construction for your next building project, and in our support of Ball State University's Athlete of the Week.
SportsLink is the official production partner of Ball State Athletics.
All the chirp you can handle.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena. 4:45 to go in the third quarter, and the Cards lead 46-36 over Kent State during this media timeout. Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside, and we were mentioning during breaks, just one-on-one, how long could this Ball State stretch of solid three-point shooting last? They ended the first half with a 63% mark. They've missed a few here, but still 7 of 12 from beyond the arc, good for a 58% mark compared to Kent State's 36%.
Yeah, it's really catapulted them into the lead here. 7 threes already in the contest. I'm really happy with their shooting overall, though, particularly here in the third quarter. 5 for 7, and a lot of that has just come off of turnovers, fast break, easy opportunities in the lane. Kent State turned the ball over 8 times in the first half. They've turned the ball over 4 times in the opening 5 minutes of the second half, and the Cardinals have 6 points off of those 4 turnovers. It's a Kent State team that needs to continue to take care of the basketball. I mentioned it a couple of times, but the improvement has not been there. They keep kind of chipping away at this lead, but they're not going to get anywhere until they stop turning the basketball over.
So those substitutions, Elise Stuck checks in for Lachelle Austin. On the floor for the Cards is Bischoff, Stuck, Becky, Kiefer, and Richard. The inbound here for Kent State, Deanna Gray underneath the basket, looking for somebody. Finds Babbitt right before the violation. Straight away, Kiefer with the defense. Feed to Gray, left wing. 13 on the shot clock. Back to Babbitt. Deep 3 ball. Rattles out. Rebound to Kiefer, and the Cards are working. The fast break. Outlet pass from Becky to Richard, and she finishes at the cup. Up to 8 points. 48-36. Ball State a 12-point lead with 4:20 to go in the third.
That's where the Cards are dangerous, Braden. You get a long rebound, momentum going the other way early, and then it's just an outlet pass and a layup. Nothing the defense can do.
Hildebrand, top of the key. Pass into the hands of Babbitt. Left wing, bounce pass, leaves one for Tyler. Back out to Gray, over into the right wing. Hildebrand has it. Becky guarding. Gray straight away. Going inside along the left side. Layup good. Rolls around and falls. That is Gray's first basket of the second half. She's up to 4 points. It's 48-38 Ball State with 3:45 to go in the third. Kiefer, handoff Becky, straight away. Going inside along the right alley. Misses, but is fouled by Deanna Gray on the way. That will send the best free throw shooter on the team to the line.
Braden, I want to go back to that last Kent State possession. Ball State had been bringing a lot of double teams on the basketball. The biggest adjustment that we've seen Kent State make today is the ability to switch the ball placement around the perimeter quickly and spread out the Ball State defense. When they've done that, Ball State has been forced to kind of side off, get rid of some of those double teams, and when Kent State's able to get one-on-one ball defense, that's when Diana Gray and players like Gray can get down low and make shots down low without the double team coming from the defense.
Both free throws good for Allie Becky. Substitutions for Kent State as Batch and Tyler sub out. Hildebrand and Thomas, Batch and Thomas sub in. Batch has the ball in the right wing, feed to Hildebrand in the corner. Top of the key, Dunn. Swings one over to Gray in the left arc. Down low, Thomas working on Richard. Spin around, layup, good. Solid basket for Thomas. That's her first of the second half. She's up to 6 points. It's a 50-40 lead for Ball State with 3 to go in the third. Bischoff, catch and shoot 3. Offline, rebound into the hands of Alex Richard. Put back, she misses. And Thomas is there for the rebound. Kent State moving quick across the timeline. Gray with the basketball. Thought about a 3. Passes instead to Dunn. Hildebrand, rather. Down low, Thomas working again. She takes a shot over Elise Stuck, catches nothing but the backboard. Becky with the rebound, takes it across the stripe. Kiefer, right wing. Feed backwards to Stuck. Charity stripe, working. Double teamed, out, open 3. Kiefer thought about it, drives inside instead and finishes. Some strength down low. Thomas could do nothing but stand there. 8 points for Kiefer. 52-40. Ball State leads with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Hildebrand in the right wing. Bounce pass down to the block. A double team. Richard and Becky are there on Batch. Back out to Gray. Bounce pass. Thomas has some space. Goes for the layup and misses strong. Stuck is there for the rebound. Becky across the timeline at the MAC logo. Guarded by Gray, handoff, Stuck, heading to the paint. Back out, Richard thought about a mid-range jumper, pass out to Becky instead, top of the key. A dribble move on Gray, over to Stuck, right wing. 10 on the shot clock, Bischoff, right elbow, step back, 3 ball. And that one's strong, caught nothing but the window as well. Gray across the timeline. Open straight away, backs out instead. 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Ball State leads by 12, 52-40. Left wing, Gray, Becky on defense. The feed to Batch, out of her hands, on the ground, a jump ball. Elise Stuck is there. Possession arrow points to Ball State. Substitutions here as Janae Tyler checks in for Tatiana Thomas. Lachelle Austin will check in for Madeline Bischoff. And Malia Johnson subs in for Alex Richard. Minute 23 here in the third quarter. Ball State up 52-40 over Kent State in the MAC tournament semifinals. Kiefer, handoff, Becky, back to Kiefer, straight away. She'll take the 3 and misses off the front of the iron. Becky with the rebound, Stuck the assist off the board. Austin, left wing, 15 on the shot clock. Kiefer the screen, pick and roll isn't there. Pass out instead to Becky, over to MJ. She thought about a 3 in the right wing. Passes cross court to Austin instead. Stuck the screen. Austin out, Becky, 3, left wing, yes! Allie Becky, 12 points. Cards up 55-40 with 43 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Lachelle Austin with excellent ball vision to throw that cross-court pass to Becky, who drains at the end of the shot clock.
Jenna Batch, the response isn't there from beyond. Becky's with the rebound. Austin across the timeline. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock with 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Becky will hold, hopefully, for that final shot. Coach Salih signaling the play down low. And we have an ISO. MJ and Kiefer along the elbows. Becky straight away. Johnson, handoff. Becky, out. Open 3. Austin, yes! Oh, yeah! 1 second in the third quarter. A whistle. This is going to be an interesting call. Ball State's bench came out early. Instead, they're just going to let the clock roll. And that will end the third quarter. 58-40, Lachelle Austin, how do you do? 14 points and the buzzer beater to end the third stanza.
Big couple of buckets. Deep threes from Becky and Austin. Just a clock issue at the end there. It got stopped with a second to go when the clock should run at the end. But what a momentum carrier. We talked about the Batch bank shot at the end of the third to bring Kent back into it. Ball State with their biggest lead of the game. They lead by 18 with 10 minutes to go.
58-40, the final curtain call coming up on the other side. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio, Ball State Women's Basketball, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesuites.hamptoninn.com. At munciesuites.hamptoninn.com.
Ranked number 2 in the nation for sports media by the Broadcast Education Association.
This is Ball State Sports Link.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena. The Cards fans are happy as can be. with a 58-40 lead in favor of Ball State heading into the final stanza of this MAC semifinal. I'm Braden Carroll, Griffin Leonard alongside, and we have to talk about it. Lachelle Austin, 14 points, 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. She's a 25% three-point shooter on the season, but she has been lights out today and has ignited this Ball State demanding lead.
I have been really pleasantly surprised with the play of Lachelle Austin today, Braden. A huge three at the end of the third quarter puts an exclamation point on what has been an excellent 23 minutes in the ball game for Lachelle. We have been waiting to see somebody besides Becky and Richard have that game, like just that overpowering game to propel the Cardinals in a big spot. It seems like for the majority of the season when they have had big individual performances, it's been those two. Lachelle Austin has been the unanticipated hero of this game so far. Of course, 10 minutes more to play, but Cardinal fans will be feeling confident up 18 points. I'll mention I saw a sign in the crowd. They put it up on the Jumbotron at the end of the third quarter. One of the Ball State fans holding up a sign. It was a to-do list, and it was MAC tournament, or rather MAC regular season, MAC tournament, NCAA tournament. And of course, only one of those boxes has been checked at this point. 2 games away, and they're so close to putting themselves in the championship game tomorrow.
Up 18, 10 minutes away from facing the winner of Toledo-Buffalo. Kent State, left to right, out of the third quarter break. We have entered the final quarter of action. Jenna Batch, left wing, Kiefer guarding, dribble move to the block, floater, offline, and the rebound into the hands of Elise Stuck. Lachelle Austin, the star Cardinal today, across the timeline. Babbitt on defense, giving her at least 5 feet of distance. Feed, Becky, straight away. Johnson, the screen, Kiefer, the pass. Now to Stuck, Charity Stripe, lost her dribble, back out, Kiefer. Johnson, mid-range, 3 on the shot clock, step back, takes it at the left elbow, and misses off the window. The rebound to Bridget Dunn in Kent State. Quick across the court in transition. Babbitt has it. Gets it over to Gray in the right wing. Babbitt again, down low, great lead-in pass to Tyler. She's double-teamed, finds Batch. I don't know how she got that pass across, but she did, and it's an assist with Batch finishing at the cup.
Excellent pass by Tyler. If Kent is going to work themselves back in the game, they need looks like that. Double team breaks it right under the cup for 2.
58-42, Ball State leads, 8:45 to go. Becky, the dribble move, the step back, mid-range jumper, and that is peak Allie Becky. 15 points, 60-42, Cards advantage, 8:32 to go. Gray, left wing, Becky with the defense. The pass to Batch, stripped away by Kiefer, but back into the hands of Batch. The dribble move, the screen by Tyler. Thought about a step-back 3. Pass to Dunn instead. Now Tyler working MJ along the restricted zone. She is rejected, but a foul on MJ. That's her second personal.
And you can understand the call in that situation with the hands coming down from MJ Johnson, but oh boy, it looked like she got all ball. That's what Brady Sally is arguing right now. But of course, that level of contact is going to result in a foul either way.
Freshman Hildebrand subs in for senior Batch. For now, the free throw good for Janae Tyler. She's up to 9 points, a 55% free throw shooter on this team. Hailing from Lansing, Michigan, she holds school records for points and rebounds as a 4-year starter, but she misses the second free throw.
One thing to note here, and we alluded to it earlier with the lack of free throws, no foul trouble in this game. Each team has committed 5 personal fouls the entire game through now 32 minutes. It's been impressive from these two sides, and no starters are going to have to hit the bench at this rate.
Austin straight away with 8 on the shot clock. Pass to Becky, left wing, down low. Kiefer, back out. MJ, she'll take a 3 in the right wing, and that one's offline. Maybe not the best shooter to have from beyond, 13% on the year. Hildebrand in transition for Kent State. Back out to Dunn, left wing. Now Gray straight away. Feed was 1 to Babbitt. Cuts inside, layup good. Whistle, and it's going to be a charge. Malia Johnson, she committed the foul on the last Kent State possession, but she gets some redemption there, drawing the charge, forcing the turnover.
And she's going to get a big high five from everybody on that bench exiting, as does Stuck. It was one of those just 50-50 balls, and there's a lot of Kent State fans who cannot believe that was not an and one opportunity, would have flipped the momentum of this contest.
Richard and Bischoff enter the game. Bischoff, pass, left corner, back out Kiefer, now Becky in the right wing. Heads to the baseline, mid-range, bounce pass, cross court, left side. Richard now, mid-range jumper, rolls around the rim, at least 4 bounces, but no basket. Kent State working, Gray straight away. 7 minutes to go. Cards lead 60-43 over Kent State. Pass, Bridget Dunn. Now Thomas in the right elbow, back to Dunn. Wing, mid-range jumper. That one's money. Surprisingly, her first basket of the game. And now lead Kent State to a timeout. 60-45, Ball State leads over Kent State, 6:50 to go. Griffin, what does Kent State need to do? I mean, the lead has only ballooned since the start of the second half. There's a chance, but only 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go.
You just got to take it a possession at a time. You're looking for players like Batch, players like Babbitt to get in there, make some plays. But at least for the Golden Flashes right now, I mean, you don't even have Batch out there. It's an uphill climb. What I found interesting, Braden, this is the first called timeout of the game. So Coach Starkey with the chance to kind of reassemble the troops, assess a game plan, a path to a comeback, even if it is difficult.
Again, Wednesday versus Miami. This is a Kent State team that went on a 16-0 run in the final 4 minutes of the second quarter. They can do it, but man, oh man, has Ball State made it difficult. Coach Sali in his huddle. He is 2 wins away from his 400th. If the Cards go on to win the MAC tournament, that championship victory will coincide with his 400th of his 21-year career. Coach Starkey for Kent State, 164 wins in his 9-year career at Kent State, previous assistant at Indiana. He is 98-64 in MAC play, excluding postseason play. He is over the 100 mark if you count that. This Kent State team, of course, the defending conference champions, won it back in 2024. During that run, beat this Ball State team 65-50 way back tomorrow a year ago on March 15th of 2024. This is a redemption moment for Ball State's faithful.
And what an opportunity for revenge this is. Of course, we mentioned the huge loss of Katie Shoemate for Kent State, but they have so many of their options still available, and we've seen some of the Golden Flashes really step up today. Babbitt up to 10, Batch to 12, Janae Tyler just off double digits with 9, and she's only played 18 minutes. But the Cardinals have just played a more complete game. They've rode an impressive streak of shots from outside the three-point arc, still shooting 50% in this game and 51% from the floor overall. The Cardinals just need to keep doing what they're doing, and unfortunately at that clip, there's just not much Kent State can do, although it's worth noting that so far in the fourth quarter, the Cardinals just 2 points, Kent State outscoring them by 3, but Kent State needs to continue to get shots up. They've only shot the ball 3 times in the first 3 minutes.
Both coaches break the huddle. This is the biggest moment of both teams' careers. Everything on the line. Out of the timeout, rather. I forgot that was the first called timeout, like you said, Griffin, by either team. Ball State has it, moving right to left. Allie Becky out of the inbound to Richard, outlet. Stuck on a pivot foot. The pass to Becky, but they weren't on the same page. Babbitt steals it away. Right wing, handoff, Batch, same spot. Becky with the defense, Dunn the screen. Another screen set by Thomas, the pick and roll, the feed, and she can't finish at the basket. Thomas faced the wall of Alex Richard. Lachelle Austin across the stripe, working on the right side of the perimeter. Feed, Bischoff straight away over to Becky, left side. Dribble move, step back, 3 ball. No good. Off the right side of the iron, Kent State working. Babbitt, she falls to the ground, slipped. Becky with the steal, Austin in transition. Finish at the cup. 16 points for Lachelle Austin, 2 away from tying her season high that she got against Toledo on January 20th. 62-45, Cards lead with 5:47 to go. Jenna Batch, pass, Gray, left wing 3. They needed that one and it did not fall. The rebound to Madeline Bischoff. Allie Becky, pass, Austin, open 3 in the right wing. That is her season high. She is electric today. 65-45. Ball State, 5.5 minutes to go. Substitutions for the Golden Flashes. Batch and Tyler hit the bench. Correction, Thomas hits the bench for Tyler. And Hildebrand subs in. The Muncie faithful is loud in Rocket Arena. It almost sounds like Worthen in here. Maya Babbitt, right wing, feed done, down low. Tyler double teamed by Richard and Bischoff. Stuck on a pivot foot, forces a shot, and she can't get it to go. Rebound effort, and it's a foul on Allie Becky.
The effort there for Becky trying to avoid a Kent State offensive rebound. That is one thing that plagued them the last time these two teams played. The inability for Ball State to get a stop down the stretch in that contest. Kent State has only managed 4 offensive rebounds in this contest and have not had the opportunity for the second chance points that they thrived off of in Muncie just about a month ago.
Jenna Batch enters the action again for Kent State. Inbound, under the basket. It's Gray, scans and finds Tyler. She can't corral it. Stolen by Austin. To the cup, the finish. Lachelle Austin, 21 points. Oh my, 67-45. Ball State leads with 4:54 to go. A foul in transition. That one is on Alex Richard. Coach Sali is fired up as we head to a media timeout. Actually, he's maybe more fired up talking to the officials rather than this colossal Cardinal lead.
Hey, no lead is safe, but this one feels pretty good. Brady Sally's going to get every single thing he can out of this crew and out of this game. 4:54 on the clock and a chance to punch your ticket to the final for the first time in 3 years.
Lachelle Austin, the game of her life, 21 points, and the Cards lead by 22. 61-45 with 4 minutes and 54 seconds until a ticket to the MAC championship game. You're listening to SportsLink Digital Radio presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We will return after these short messages.
Whether you're getting ready for the big game or getting ready for the workday, you always want to start with confidence. Cintas has the essential products and services to help businesses provide a clean, safe environment for their employees and customers. With routine restocking of essential cleaning, hygiene, and safety supplies, on-site cleaning, professional uniform laundering, and testing and inspection of fire equipment and systems. Give everyone the confidence they need to start their day. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The Hampton Inn of Muncie is the official partner of Ball State Athletics. Ask about our Ball State special, available to all Cardinal fans. The Hampton Inn is one of Muncie's finest hotels. Come enjoy our free breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and fresh Hampton beds waiting for you. Less than a mile away from Ball State campus. Don't forget to ask about our Ball State special. Search Hampton Inn of Muncie online at munciesweets.hamptoninn.com. At munciesweets.hamptoninn.com.
You're listening to SportsLink Digital, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Your home for live Ball State sports.
Welcome back to Rocket Arena. 4:54 separates the Cardinals between this game and a MAC championship berth. A 67-45 lead for Ball State over Kent State during this media timeout. I'm Braden Carroll. Griffin Leonard joins us alongside. And Lachelle Austin, this is why she transferred to Ball State. Coming from Eastern Michigan, a 4-year starter there, 3-year starter rather. She's here. She's waited for that big moment, wearing the Cardinal and white, and here it is, 21 points in the game of her life.
What a time to break out. Of course, not in front of the Muncie faithful at home, but this is a pretty good time to do it. It's just been an absolutely mind-blowing performance from a senior who has waited her turn in this rotation. She started every game, but she hasn't necessarily had the same impact across the year that players like Becky, players like Richard, and Kiefer have. But for Lachelle Austin, she has been the decider in this contest. A big three at the end of the third quarter, a big three just a couple moments ago. It seems whenever Kent State finally grabs some momentum, she is there to sink another dagger into this contest.
The starters back on the floor for both teams. The inbound, Kent State has it. Bridget Dunn, correction, Batch. Babbitt now working the right corner. Give to Gray, down low, Tyler double teamed. Forces a pass to Batch, and it's stolen away by Madeline Bischoff. In transition, here's Austin again. Great feed to Richard, but an even better tip out of bounds by Janae Tyler in transition. 4:37 to go, Cards lead by 22. Allie Becky to inbound underneath the basket.
Slightly unrelated, Braden, but it has stunned me how much Jenna Batch has been on the bench in this second half. She's the leading scorer for Kent State, but she's never been able to get comfortable.
Austin straight away, Bischoff catch and shoot three. That one no good, and a rebound for Bridget Dunn. Kent State quick across the timeline. Babbitt back to Gray in the right wing. Babbitt now, step back, three ball. That one is way short. Rebound fought for and earned by Allie Becky. 4 minutes to go. 67-45. Cards lead it. Becky has it between the rings. Gray on defense. Two Cardinals to her left, two to each elbow. Richard has it. Becky now. Catch and shoot, three ball. That one is off the back of the iron. And Dunn, another defensive rebound for her. She is fourth in the nation in averaging those per game. Babbitt, right wing. Cross-court pass. Batch caught it above her head. Heading inside, goes for the layup, and she is fouled by Madeline Bischoff.
Ball State number 24, Madeline Bischoff. First, team fourth.
That's just her first, the team's fourth. Jenna Batch, an 89% free throw shooter at the charity stripe. She was a perfect 2 of 2 against Miami. She sinks the first. 13 points for Jenna Batch, leading the scoring for Kent State so far. She makes the second, and the Cardinal band just sung happy birthday to Allie Becky.
I love it. I love it.
Everybody's having fun here. Bischoff, pass, Richard, and she has her share of fun in the paint. Wide open. Double digits, 10 points for Richard. 69-47, Kent State faces a mountain of a deficit with 3:15 to go. Babbitt finds Batch, working the mid-range on the right side, tipped away and stolen by Bischoff. Becky, outlet pass, Austin, no-look feed to Richard down low, and she is fouled by Bridget Dunn. Austin just keeps on rolling with a beautiful feed to force the foul. Alex Richard at the line, a 67% free throw shooter, 1 of 2 on Wednesday against Western. The defending MAC Player of the Week, she averaged 22.5 a game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and shot 63% from the field last week. This is the first free throw, hits the second. Make it 11 points for Alex Richard.
And how big has Alex Richard been for the Cardinals this year? Of course, the one member of the core four that has not been here from day one, but she has made one of the biggest impacts this year for the Cardinals. The transfer from Butler has really forced the Cardinals into this championship game coming up tomorrow.
Hildebrand back in for Batch. For now, Tyler working down at the far block, misses the layup. A clap of frustration as Richard gets the rebound. Austin, top of the key, an open three, rattles out for Madeline Bischoff. Offensive board, Richard, she is rejected by Bridget Dunn. Across the court, Kent State has it. 70-47, Cards lead, 2:30 to go. A deep three by Gray is offline. Rebound for Tyler, a whistle, and that will be a foul on Ball State. Marie Kiefer fighting a little too hard for the rebound, and that sends Kent State to the bonus. Substitutions here for the Golden Flashes, as we see Bianca Juzo check into the action. Elise Stuck in for Marie Kiefer. And as Bridget Dunn hits the bench, she receives an encore of hugs from her fellow Kent State supporters. It just feels like maybe that's a sign of where this game is heading. Tyler makes the first free throw. She's up to 10 points. She hits the second as well, 11 points. And here are some more substitutions. Tyler checks out. Subbing in for her is Tatiana Thomas. Megan Murray, she checks in for Deanna Gray. And with the reserves coming in, Babbitt is the only starter out there. Ball State, maybe they have done it. Maybe they have closed out Kent State here. A 21-point lead with the basketball, 2:20 to go. Allie Becky deep in the left wing. Shout out to the mop man on the opposite side of the floor cleaning things up. 10 on the shot clock, Becky dribbling it out. Straight away, Stuck. She'll take a three. And she can't hit it. Rebounds into the hands of Juzo. Babbitt across the timeline. Some mass substitutions here for Ball State. Zuri Ransom, Grace Kingery, Sydney Bolden subbing in for Allie Becky, Madeline Bischoff, and Lachelle Austin. What a day for those three. Austin, a career day. 21 points. 2-minute drill. Megan Murray has it straight away. Zuri Ransom guarding. Over to Murray, into the hands of Thomas, and back to Murray. Deep in the right wing. The screen set by Juzo. The feed, Juzo down low, she hits it. Her first basket.
Good for the senior to get on the board. I want to mention Lexi Linton into the game for Kent State as well. Another one of those seniors made her first career start on senior day a couple weeks ago. Great to see some of the Kent State players getting their curtain call as seniors, even if they're not in the starting lineup.
Tessa Towers checks in for Elise Stuck as Zuri Ransom has it out of the inbound. 1:20 to go. Looked for MJ on the pass, stolen away by Tatiana Thomas. In transition, Megan Murray. The feed, Hildebrand. Down to the cup, misses. Tessa Towers with the rebound. Ransom across the timeline. 1 minute to go. Cards lead 70-51 over Kent State, with the reserves out on the floor for both teams. Towers, pass, Kingery, straight away. Swing, Ransom, bounce pass, Towers at the block, spins around, layup off the glass, and no good. The rebound goes to Thomas and Kent State. Murray across the stripe, 40 seconds to go. Pivot foot, pass. The feed, Linton goes for it, misses. Down at the low block. 30 seconds to go. 4 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Ransom, left wing, a whistle, and an offensive foul. Olivia Smith checks in. Haley Smith checks in for Malia Johnson. The shot clock is turned off. Kent State has it. And they will concede to dribble this one out. Hildebrand, straight away, maybe they won't as they're swinging it around the perimeter. Down low, Hildebrand at the left block, dribble move, shot up, and good with the foul. The freshman out there getting some work in. Her first basket, she will go to the line for the free throw here. You know, something fun that I found in my prep, her city, Brunswick, Ohio, she's from, got hit by a tornado that I also was hit by at
Really?
Cedar Point. Yeah. Here's a three out of the miss, airballed by Lexi Linton. 2.9 seconds to go. Starkey and Salih, coaches, fantastic coaches, exchange handshakes. And the Ball State Cardinals are heading to the MAC championship. 53 over Kent State. The final. One more step to go until the NCAA tournament. They will face the winner of Toledo Buffalo coming up right after this one. And a phenomenal victory for Ball State all across the board. Sheer domination over a team many Cardinal fans said they didn't want to face in the MAC tournament. Well, here they are facing the Golden Flashes and outright dominating.
The Cardinals responded to the challenge. That is one of the best performances we've seen start to finish from this Cardinal team, and I can say that with full confidence. Didn't have the best fourth quarter. They didn't need it. It was the just absolute enforcement of every single thing, top to bottom, offense, defense, that put them in the position where they could really just roll out the red carpet into Saturday's championship game. Could not be more stoked for this team.
And Lachelle Austin, a day she will never forget. 21 points, 8 of 11 from the field, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. The best game of her career as the Cards are dancing along the baseline in front of the Cardinal band, but there's still one game to go until they truly dance.
One more game to go, and while I won't say anything else about the matchup, I will say this. If you don't have anything to do on your Saturday afternoon, get down here. It's a 4-hour drive. You can do it. Get out here and support this team because they deserve it. This is one of the greatest teams in the Brady Sally era, one of the best teams on this Ball State campus in some recent memory. One game to go dancing for the first time since '09, and we cannot wait.
The Ball State Cardinals improved to 26-7 on the season with one game to go until a potential NCAA tournament berth. Kent State falls to 21-12. Their season ends here in the MAC semifinals. Another fantastic season for this squad. 2 straight 20-win seasons for Coach Starkey and his unit. Give Kent State plenty of credit. They are a phenomenal team. That will do it here from Rocket Arena for our coverage of this MAC semifinal. Again, the final score, Ball State 70, Kent State 53. The Cardinals will face the winner of semifinal number 2 between Toledo and Buffalo. Both of those teams 13-5 in the regular season in MAC conference play. That should be an absolute show. You can catch that one on ESPN Plus in just about 30 minutes. That will do it from SportsLink Digital. Griffin Leonard thanking him so much for a fantastic game between us two. He'll be on the call as play-by-play tomorrow for the MAC Championship. I'll be your color analyst. You won't want to miss that one. That'll do it from Cleveland. 70-53. The Cards on to the MAC Championship. Thank you for tuning in to SportsLink Digital Radio. Ball State women's basketball presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. So long. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a production of SportsLink Digital Radio.